Just keep waiting in the dark. Keep holding on. Dreams are coming soon. I'll be there with you. It won't be long. And you'll be in my arms. I'll be keeping you warm. Sometimes you feel like giving up, giving up. It's not easy being far away from love. But don't forget the voice inside your head. You never really have to be apart. Just keep waiting in the Just close your eyes and you'll find me. Just close your eyes and you'll find me. Just close your eyes and you'll find me. I'll be there. I'll be there. Close those tired eyes and put that mind to rest. You'll be safe in bed. I'll hold you tight, and you'll be loved tonight. It's my version of broken heart. Give it up for yours. Please let's go from the start. First we were flying, living our days in the night. Loved you in the only way I could. Loved you in the ways I thought I should. Love with my whole heart, so many miles away. With my whole heart, so many miles away. Love with my whole heart, so many miles away. Love with my whole heart, so many miles away. By day we were living out our dreams, too scared to say what they really could mean. Won't you dance to my beating heart? Dance to love right with you. Loved you in the only way I could. Loved you in the ways I thought I should. You love me, I so many miles away. god awful mess. What a god awful mess they left. If it were my mission to make you feel alright, there would be omission, or otherwise I'd lie to you. 'Cause I must confess, what a god awful mess. What a god awful mess they left in. Come outside if you're awake in the night. Swear sometime and put your name to a crowd. Come outside, there's been a death overnight. Swear sometimes I think my memory lies. What a god awful mess. What a god awful mess they left.
All right. Welcome in, you guys. I thought that it was appropriate to start tonight's live out with an introduction that will set the mood and set WCIA's network's intentions. There's a lot going on, you guys. There's a lot going on. And once again, yes, they have Harmony's murderer, but they don't have the story. They don't have the story. They haven't told the story. They're not going to tell the story because they don't have a body. And this is the story. This is Harmony Montgomery's story. Because Harmony Montgomery, Michael Vaughn, and all of these children are Summer Moonwell's missing children. I'm not really clear how it's not even talked about. Notice how the story isn't talked about. No, they don't talk about the children's bodies. They don't talk about what they have gone through. No, they stay clear from it. This is their story. This is their story. This is part of their story. This is part of their story. The children are not standing down. They are not standing down. They want their story told. They want justice The only way they're going to get justice is by sharing the story. And that's what we do here, guys. We share the stories of Summer Moon Wells' children so they get justice. The only way they get justice is by their story being told, and that's what I do here. It's not about someone going in jail. It's not about found guilty. No. No, it is not. So this is what we're doing tonight, you guys. I have an incredible presentation that's going to show you information like this. And if you've been watching my videos, you're going to know that information like this is called an element. An element. These elements get shown to me, right? I'm going to show you little children. I'm going to start with pictures of children that look just like Summer Moon Wells. They are Summer Moon. These children, see little Summer Moon in there? She's in there, you guys. This is coming from the families that I follow on YouTube. The families that go to Hawaii, the families that travel all over the world. But they've all housed in the same states. They've all been together in Hawaii. They're all friends. Now, does that mean that they are all the ones that are doing this? No. It means that their videos give me the information needed to show you the story. To show you the story. The story is about the sacrifices. The story is about what they're doing to these children as far as what they need to please themselves within the sacrifice, within their own resurrection that they call truth. This is Summer Moon Wells. This child's face is the face of every child that I talk about here. This child's face is this child. Is this child. All of Summer Moon's photos, all the information that we have on Summer proves to be she is the poster child for these victims. We are here to tell the story of Summer Moon Wells' missing children. We are here to dedicate this channel to justice. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not about the people. It's not about the channels I get the information from. The channels that I get the information from should recognize and look into what's beneath their videos, which I call the deep fake. This is the truth. This is the truth. What's in her mouth? These are elements. Oh my goodness, they are elements. And these channels are called the deep fake that are over the information. So the truth for the children lies beneath their videos, beneath the video. You see, it's within the video, you guys. It's beneath the video. This is what's beneath the video. So welcome into WCIA Network. Strap yourselves down because it's going to be a really good one. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is for justice for the children. Welcome on in, first of all, Muffin Top, my amazing mod. Welcome on in. And then we've got Crystal all up top. Welcome in. Rachel. I'm just GH. Hi, you guys. Justice coming soon. Rumple Long here. Hello. Thumbs up on your way in, please. And subscribe. If you like what you see, subscribe. It helps the channel. It will help my channel grow, and growing this channel is something that I intend on keeping with, to grow the channel. Hi Cami, how are you? So today's presentation, there are a lot of you that come on in here. Hi Colleen, and haven't subscribed. Hi, D Hicks, hello. And it would be wonderful. Colleen, who am I missing? Oh my goodness, there's lots going on in chat. Hi Trouble. So hopefully I haven't missed my subscribers here. I'm looking. So I have over 100 pages to go over. And what I've pulled together today is to show you, it's not just about, this is about Harmony Montgomery. This is about Summer, Ty Sherry, and all the other children, and Idaho 4, and Gabby Petito's, and just Kylie Rodney's. It's all of them. And it's not just about High Purple Sneakers. It's not about it's someone being thrown in jail and being found guilty because they said hi Stephanie, because they said they did the murder. This is what we're talking about, you guys. That right there. This is the story. This little girl's telling the story. So when I say that I get the story, I see the story, know the story. I've had the same story going on for over 2 years. It has not changed, right? The information that is gathered comes from images beneath videos. I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to go to my presentation. So here, wait, here's the video. Here's an example. It's not about this channel. We don't care who they are. I don't really care who they are. It's about the information that I get when I click and I read the image to you. I read this image. Now, does that mean it's happening in this video? Not necessarily, no. It means that this is telling the story of what happens to these children. That. So does it mean I'm saying that these people in here are the ones doing this? No. What I'm telling you is the elements that I receive beneath this video, because it's layered within the video, tells the truth for the children. It's layered within the video. See? And it's not that, oh, I'm going, people will come up with their own freaking storyboard. And the reason they'll come up with a storyboard they want to debunk this is because this scares them. It scares them to see that there's like 3 or 4 different faces that appear beneath these people's faces. That's not just one. That dude I see the other faces because the faces that I see beneath his are the predators that I see. I watch the hands and I get you information that's within this. Because the photos beneath the video, which is all, it isn't new, it's called a deep fake, are within the video, and that's where the truth lies. And that truth is the story of the children. It's what's beneath this. And let me tell you something. It's in there. The information that lies in here is where I got my pictures from in today's presentation. These children are being taken in places that we're not going to find them unless someone comes forth. He's not going to tell you where Harmony Montgomery is. He doesn't know where Harmony Montgomery is. Harmony was sold. Harmony was sacrificed. Harmony was sacrificed and went through a process. You see, it's all under here. And the video is what I do here is I take screenshots. For instance, I take screenshots of the elements. I'm going to give you an example. The elements stay the same. Fingers, 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 fingers are the main frickin' things that go on here. And these elements are stuck in here and you're not going to see them unless you follow what the elements are. Right? For instance, this is her finger. So when you look at this, this is the Summer Moonwell's Missing Children's information. That right there is a metal A on the finger. That's not her finger. That's on the finger. I know what that's telling me is that's an element, and it's telling me this is part of the story. This is part of the sacrifice. The children know what that is. They know what that is. This is their story. It's not her finger, you guys. It's not her finger. This is the story. It's all within the video. So let me give you an example of how people are they're fearful. They're fearful of listening, and their worlds are really small, shallow, and they don't care about the children getting justice. Because when you come in and there's a channel like mine that's basically showing information that you could then go to the other videos and watch for. And to come in and put your thumbs down is just, first of all, it's immature, okay? It's immature. We're adults here. We're adults here just doing what I believe my purpose is to be. And I'm not here for drama. I'm not it's not my thing. Because I don't care. I'm an older lady I really don't care. I'm not here to make a friend with you. But I know better because I'm a clairvoyant and I'm a medium. When someone comes in, I know better that it's out of pain, fear, anger, and that's it. I mean, so you don't know any better. You just don't know any better what to do. This is an element. So because you come in here and do that, it gives me an affirmation and allows me to speak about the people that are fearful and scared. And that's okay. That is okay. You understand it's okay. In time, maybe when you come back a different time, see the finger? You will be able to see it and be here for the children. And sometimes people can't do that, and it's only because of your own experiences in your world. That's all. I know better. I know better. See the finger? I know that it's about you. Because this here is an element that doesn't shift and it's not changing, right? It's her finger. And this is just a small example. Just a small example. Just a small example. Because my presentation is filled with examples. Filled. But this is how I get it. Here. I get it under here because the face, the people and the face beneath her face, I believe is a male. I believe that it's just information that's showing beneath her is a victim. These victims are looking for justice. And if you were to take any of these videos that come from the people that I tell you to watch, anyone could get this information of images. And it's not that you're going in because it's layered. There's a different set of eyes looking at you. You see, I see it. They're very sad. There's information going on here. That the children who are looking for justice show. And what I'm saying is it matches the information that I receive. Because I receive information from the spirits that are beneath the deep fake. The story of the children hides so deep, you guys, nobody wants to talk about it. That is why Harmony Montgomery's father is not going to talk about it. He is not going to talk about it. So these are the videos that I try to gather my photos and give you the best to my ability. Images that support that support the storyboard that I see within my third eye. And I try to the very best of my ability to grab it. And one of those main things is these cars. And now it doesn't mean that these guys are in a fake car. You understand? The cars are used, and they're fake cars. Because when I call that, there's just information. There's stuff in here. Let me show you what's in the back here. And these are elements in the back. This video was super easy to grab the elements. And you're going to see in my presentation what I'm talking about. So in the back of these fake cars, now does it mean they're driving it? No. What I'm saying are the elements that are placed within the cars in the back, deep fake, underneath the video, I call the equipment. It's always in the car. Now that's not in the back seat of their car. I mean, look at that. Now, in the next frame, what happens is it just changes. And with each frame, it tells a story because it's this kind of equipment that helps them with whatever they're doing to these victims. So this is the information that I gather as soon as they all do the same thing. They're in a car, they're on a beach, they're in their house, they're on their beds, they're rolling with the kids, and they all just do, the channels do the same thing over and over and over. Let me get rid of this. So it's very easy for me to grab it because I know exactly what I'm looking for, and they just don't stop showing it. They don't stop showing it. So this presentation that I'm going to go through is here for Summer Moon because I sent this stuff in to the people that I'm working with to tell them that this is Summer Moon. I told them that these are photos of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is Summer Moon. That's what I see. And that's what I feel. This is Don and Candace Wells on their property. And the reason I have a photo here is because part of the story is a sacrifice of animals. There is a sacrifice of animals. This is the Wells dog. If you look, you see that that dog doesn't look normal, but the dog is covered in elements. Why would a dog be covered in elements? My elements have not changed for those who are new here. The V's, the hands, the legs, all of this here, this is Summer's dog. And that's Don and Candace on their property. So it's this kind of information that sometimes when it's there, so after 2.5 years of showing the same element, like maybe, hey, maybe the first time I showed it was like no one understood it. But that conversation is no longer acceptable. This animal is a sacrifice, correct, Crystal? And it's one of the dogs on their property. This little girl holds the face of many. I have taken a lot of time collecting the different faces of Summer Moon that actually all are shown on her as Summer Moon as we know her. And they are all different children, and this is what I've been showing. These children are no different than the child here. They're the same. Look at the faces of Summer Moon that they have showed us. There are different children that the wells have touched. There's different age groups. These children are different ages, and they're different children. I could tell you that through my heart chakra, that these children are not one spirit of child. I call them all Summer Moon Wells children, but they don't even look alike. They're different children. And this is something that isn't talked about. These two don't even look like this one. These are all Summer Moon. Understand that Summer was taken at the age of 4. They didn't even know her age. They're like, she was 5, she was 4. They didn't know her age because they're different summers. I'm telling you, there's not just one Summer. They don't know the age because they have different ones. They have different ones. There's younger ones. There's older ones. And at the age of 4, these are different faces. This is the story that is not going to be told. It's the same thing with Harmony Montgomery. Harmony Montgomery has the same information. Look at her fingers. Look at her pinky. One of the things that you should do and get used to when you look at these videos that's important to the children is really recognize the fingers and understand that these fingers are not just from one human. It's just part of, I know it sounds funny to say, like sometimes when I say this stuff, I listen to myself. I'm like, it sounds so crazy, but that's what's always there, because fingers are part of the sacrifice. Yes, they all have this white blonde hair. So Summer Moon children all look the same, right? This white hair isn't always white. But there are certain elements that appear over and over. These are all Summer Moon Wells pictures, but yet they're different children. They're different ages. You cannot tell me that who you're looking at here is the same as this little girl. And all of these pictures come from the Wells. The one on the right, you guys, is not 4 years old. These are all different Summer Moons. I cannot say it any louder. These are not the same children. They have sacrificed and have taken over the years, more than one Summer. Please keep in mind, she was 4 years old. This is supposed to be what she looks like, you guys. It's not. Because if you put all the photos together, this is accumulation of what I call Summer Moonwell's children. And this is why my channel is what it is, because it's here to bring justice to all the children that we don't talk about, because all we talk about is one. We don't know, correct, we don't know who these kids are. But what we're doing is bringing them justice because their story is the same as this little girl. Because the element in her mouth, this element is the heart that was in Gabby Petito's mouth. We have a picture of it. We have a picture of it. My channel is here for them. For them. These children's elements and pieces of them and information are placed within videos for the sickos and sick-ass fucking people to get off on the fact that it's in there. And they show it because it's a big goddamn fucking moneymaker. And guess what? They can. You don't see anyone talking about it. You don't see anyone talking about it. It's super obvious that these kids are different children. These are all summer moons? What? Why is it that the FBI and the law enforcement, if they're going to at least say something, this is it. This. So we are here to give all these children, all of these children, our love and our understanding that we see them. These are sacrifices. These are pictures of children that have been sacrificed. Look at their faces, you guys. Look at the elements surrounding them. These are the pictures that the parents have up on social media as their child. Go in and take a little screenshot, blow it up, and you will see the sacrifice that they go through. Their eyes are ripped out. I am telling you, it's ripped out. What do you think you're looking at? Oh, and they think it's so funny to show this. This child is in all of the mesh and whatever the hell that is. That's the mesh with the hearts. Because I've seen it over and over. So the people that are placing this stuff in there, I'm here to tell you that I see it. And I'm going to keep showing it, you motherfuckers. I'm going to keep showing it. Here I changed the coloring a little bit on supposedly this is a summer moon Wells. All of that mesh around her, you guys, is what the victims have on them. It's a mesh. It has hearts. And this child is here with us, begging for mercy, begging for justice, begging for their story to be told. Because you know how stupid they think we all are, that this shit is right in front of us? This here in Summer Moon's mouth is an element that I just showed you. On the guy in the car. Right there. Now, I see this stuff and point it out because I've seen it before. I've seen it before. These are supposed to be all the same summers. This channel is dedicated to all hundreds and thousands of them. All of them. This is what the parents put out there as a normal photo. A poster doesn't have a 3D thing sticking in Summer's head. So when I say they're sacrificed, and let me tell you, you're not going to find Harmony Montgomery in one piece. That's impossible. I'm telling you, it's impossible. Because Harmony Montgomery went through this situation. These are our babies. These are the children of our world. I didn't ask to all of a sudden dedicate my days to them. It was brought to me, and I can't just stop. It's heart-wrenching. The elements don't change. The V on the eye, let me turn it. This V, you guys, is in every situation. I have almost 800 videos that will show you this. It's in today's videos, and it's the same. It's the same. There's a heart on her neck, and her head is on that platter, on that box. This is her poster that Robin is holding. Not good. And that's the little baby child. And this one looks just like these, with that white hair. So in every presentation that I go over, I had to start this out with showing you guys photos of the summer that you know of. Because the summer that you know of, that the people that know this is going on have created her to be the centerpiece, because she represents hundreds of children, and they know it. They know it. All of these children are the same. So I think it was just a couple days ago I showed you whose video? It wasn't in Summer's, it was someone else's video. Let me open this one up. She's sitting in this chair. Summer, let me show you. I showed you the element. I said that's a major element. The summer moon, the chair. This here, let me open this up. Michael Vaughn had the same thing. And I don't know how many hands she has there, but see the number 5 in the hand? See, this is what I'm talking about. See her hand? So this kind of an element is shown in a lot of the videos that I've covered, right? Michael Vaughn's chair it was exactly the same thing. This, I showed it, wait, let me look here. I showed it in, here it is. I said this is an incredible element that I got from these guys' videos. Let me bring it up. Somehow these victims have these chairs. And they think it's really funny that this shit could be put in here and no one's going to recognize it as such. Well, we do. And I see the victim within this photo. It comes through. I don't ask it. It just does it. This here, the victim coming through, is called an element that I have shown over and over in my videos. This here is Summer. And the hand that I always show that's a number 5 hand is right there. Now, let me see if it's further up. This little girl that I'm following and I'm showing you information, somewhere in here, her hand is the same way. Let me see. Well, as I go through this presentation, you're going to see it. So remember, when I say Summer Moonwell's missing children, I'm speaking about the hundreds and thousands of victims that nobody talks about because they're taken. They don't have names. But they're all looking for justice. And our Summer Moon, why she really captivated everybody and our hearts, she just grabbed it. It's because we're all intuitive. You're born with it. You felt the pull because it's all of these children. You see. You felt it because these are all different age children. So you all have that gift of understanding what's happening, and you feel the energy of all these different children. See? You know better. You know that the Summer Moonwells that we know of is a strong spirit that represents all of the children that look like her. And that is why she's captivated the country. Gabby Petito. There's a lot of people. Kylie Rodney. Think about what they look like. Look at all this. These are all different summer moons wanting justice. And the only way they're going to get justice is if you talk about the body, you talk about the story, and whoever knows what's happened to speak up. Speak up. It's becoming super obvious. This here, you guys, is a Summer Moon Wells to me. And this comes from the video that I just downloaded and I just showed you. What's the difference between these little girls and this? Nothing. And they all show the story, and they're all showing elements that they've gone through this same sacrifice. Again, look at the hand. The hands, if you were to just start and you're new here, the easiest one, like when I first started this 2.5 years ago, all my videos were on the fingers, 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 because that was what I saw to be the easiest. All of the victims, their fingers are messed up. That is what this child looks like. And you also want to look at the mouth, what's in their mouth. And I'll continue showing you what to look for, but this would be the easiest one to look for. Right, you don't have to. The stuff I'm showing, so I took what I learned through my intuition and through what I saw, my stories that I've written in all my books. And all of a sudden I was finding, I didn't know that it was put under these videos. I had no idea when I first started. I just sat here and talked and channeled. And my whole entire wall behind me is covered in photos. I didn't know that this was going to be hidden in the videos. This is very important. I sent this to my FBI guy, and I hope you're watching, because between FBI and the TBI, they do look at my stuff. I confirmed it. So I'm showing this. I already sent this in. I gave it a day, and I said to watch for this, because this is the back seat. This is what it's showing in the back seat of these people's car. This is what Summer Moon Wells children look like. They have the hearts on their head. It looks bloody. Their hair is white. Their fingers are raw. And they're in the back seat of a car that just doesn't look like a car. So I zoom in, and when I tell you the hearts are right here on top of this poor child's head. This is what this child looks like in the backseat of the car. Do you understand how frustrating it is that this is in this video? It is always in the back seat of a fake car. The children are always in the back, and they've got the equipment around them. And they always look the same. For 2.5 years, this has not changed. So when I showed the video and I sent the information, this is what it looks like. The parents are in the front seat. Right here. Here are the parents. And when I change the imaging, when you change the coloring, you get the back seat. This is what shows. The back seat shows, right? If I were to change it back to normal, this is what it looks like. So just to show you, I'm not adding anything or doing anything to the picture. It's right there. All I did was brighten it up. It's right there. Why? This is what Harmony Montgomery went through. Why? What I'm showing you goes right back to Ernie Schell's information, to Robert Vaughn's information that shows the beginning of this kind of equipment. It was very, very obvious in the Idaho 4. The Idaho 4 videos that I have, I show you information that is identical. Now, they might hide it differently, but they're the same elements that are on top of these victims' heads. And they're showing it. This is a victim's head in the box with the same heart. Here's the box. There's the heart. That's the box with the heart. It's always the box. There's always a box, because the back seat of these fake cars are the maroon boxes. And that's how I explain it. It's the maroon boxes. Benny Keys always had the maroon boxes in the back seat of his car. It was never a normal fucking car. It was the back seat of a car. It was the friggin' maroon boxes. So the story is always being shown. There's no difference between Ernie's heart and this heart. You see. Want to know the difference? It's talking about a different victim. I believe this is talking about the Idaho 4. These are summer moons. This is the back seat of that car. And this is Ernie Schell's box. This is what they were showing you guys in the Idaho 4 video. These are the boxes that hold the critical information that I call the Summer Moonwell's children. I call this the truth, and it matches. It's always matched. And when I say it's always the heart, like with the white around it, and there's a box, it's a maroon box, it's metal, doesn't change. There's your box, there's your heart. Ernie Schell shows it so very well. And it's exactly what I've been showing that is on Summer Moon. The box is metal. It has the maroon, and it has the plexiglass. Summer Moon, when you first saw her photo, I go over this all the time, there was a plexiglass over the top of her head. That's why you saw a scratch, and people are like, oh, there's a scratch in the phone. It's not a scratch in the phone. They had a scratch on the plexiglass. No different than what Ernie Shell is showing. Ernie Shell's video shows the same box. You might as well just pick up Summer and just place her in this box. It's the same thing. Ernie's box is the same. Just as the Idaho 4 box is the same, just as Harmony Montgomery had a box is the same. So if you were to take Ernie's box and line it up, it lines up perfectly. Just like that. See? This, and then the head goes in the corner. Same thing, you guys. It's the maroon box with the plexiglass. This doesn't change. It hasn't changed in 2.5 years. Doesn't change. It's the same thing. The Idaho 4 in the box. She's holding the number 5 in her hand. Look at her finger. Her finger is no different than her finger. You see, they're doing the same fucking thing. This is the Idaho 4. That's what she's doing in here. And behind them is the box with the plexiglass. You see, this is what they show. This is what that one guy showed when he talks about the Idaho 4. Let me crop in the box and show you that it's one of the girls in the box. Her head is in this box. I turn it. Her head is sticking out of the box. And her head and her hair are the same as all the other victims. White. That is sticking out of the box. Now, that's not like, you may look at that as layered, but it's layered, but what's the back layer is the head in the plexiglass box. She has the stuff around her head. And that's what it's showing. There's no difference between these boxes. And what she's holding on the other side is the same thing I just showed you. And that's what she's holding in her hand on the bottom of this video. And that's the number 5. So either someone put it in here or someone didn't. It's telling the story of the Idaho 4, missing Idaho 4. And it's more than 4, more than 5. I think there's 7. There's more. And that box matches Ernie's information. I mean, this is what it is. These boxes are all the same. They're all the same. This stays consistent. And there's always the metal piece across. Let me point it out. This here, the boxes don't change. The information in the box doesn't change. So this here was shown to us day 1 of Summer Moon. Day 1. And that was the car ride. The car ride, this is what it showed. And then Benny just kept showing it over and over. That metal thing, and then the white bar. That white bar across. And then the head goes in the corner. And this shows a shitload. The letters on the bottom are important. And then I showed once before in one of my videos, I showed how the head that comes out here matches the Idaho 4. It matches it like perfectly. The Idaho 4's video that has this same information is the same. So when I say there's number 5s on the fingers and so forth, I just showed you this on Summer's hand. It's not like it changes and then it shows a number 3. It's doesn't. It's the same. If it's a 5. It's a 5, it's a 5, it's always a 5. So this here, you will see all of the victims carry this 5. That's what it looks like. So you're looking for things that don't change. You're going to see that the information, it's not like, oh, I think I see a 9. You don't. I mean, if you might, but it's the 5 that represents, it's this, here's the 5 here. That white number 5 that's in Ernie's, which is right there, is the same thing I showed you in Summer's. Right there. In the hand. So it's in the same position. It's the same. Wait, let me see if I could get it clearer because it's so blurry. Okay. It always changes weird, but I just changed the contrast so that this isn't so blurry. Here. There. So that's Summer sitting in her chair. And this is Ernie. Same thing. These are all the same thing. There's his V. There's the V in the hand with the stick in the middle. That V is what goes to the face. And you see that there's like different information shows in different frames, but this isn't normal. I mean, these shows sacrifice. I mean, it's what it is. This is what they show. I mean, this is what Summer Moon Wells has on her in the swing. This is what she has on her in the poster. This is what she has on her anywhere I show that she has on her this V. Let me open it up. So Ernie's little video that I don't know. Let me bring this in. really matched not only Summer Moon's information, but the Idaho 4. Wow. Like, wow. You've seen all this. Yes, it looks like bones. So this is stuff that doesn't go away. Like this finger stuff doesn't go away. If you notice it, take little screenshots and look at how they shift and change. It doesn't stay the same. Like these fingers don't stay the same. They shift and they're moving. And it's always about the fingers. So it's not like you're going to find it all of a sudden on like the chin. There's something else that goes on the chin. And Ernley Shell's information. So when you look at videos, I'm shown videos that clearly shows elements that I could show you. And Ernie is one of them. Summer Moon Wells's videos, it depends on which version. Like the best versions are the ones from June 15th, June 16th. Because it shows you the truth. Much clearer. Much clearer. She wasn't in the back seat of a car. She wasn't in her backyard swinging. There's one location these children are, and it's like the sand, the mud, and they're sitting in it. They're sitting in it. I showed you a picture of that little boy in the sand with his mom, right? Same thing. She's in the sand. These are what happens to the victims. You guys, this is very symbolic. Very, very symbolic. The arms, nothing even makes sense. Look at the arm. So when you see this, and I show you they're always on the sand, and this is what they're showing, even though our photo of Summer is on a swing, I don't look at any information other than what I know my elements are. This is Summer being sacrificed. There's your V, and she is in the sand. That's where she is. See? These are the same bits of information. And it's so sad. It's just so very sad that, let me make this brighter, that I could show you matching situation in a photo that really makes no sense, because at the end of the day, bodies don't look like this. But this is Summer Moon. You see what I'm saying? The story shows itself, you guys. In the earth, in the ground. See the bottom of the ponytail? These are elements. That is no different than the heart that I showed you in the car. Whatever they're holding and eating is absolutely disgusting. Summer Moon shows her information very well. There's so many spirits that go with Summer Moon that help show this information. They're in all of the videos, but it's not being recognized. I don't know. This to me is Michael Vaughn. These children really were ripped apart. Like, there's no way you're going to find these victims in one piece. Yes, like she's eating a piece of body part. To the right is Kylie Rodney. To the left is the families that I'm talking about. To the left, that's what this fetus baby looks like. It's like a fetus baby. And Kylie has the same thing hanging on her face. I'm going to show you that this stuff is what's hanging on the photos I'm about to show you. Summer Moon was with the same kind of this little bloody thing. It's in her, it's on her chest. She's holding it. It's wrapped with her. She's with these things. It's right in her body. Like, it's wrapped around her. It's all here. You could see it. It went with her. So when I say that Summer Moon Wells, Summer Moon with a big summer, little summer, little summer, little teeny summer, that's what happened. There's a multiple of victims that go together. And that's why there's not one summer that was 4 years old. Not at all. This is like a little fetus. And they just all go together. You guys, it's repulsive. But the people that do this, I'm not here to judge them. I'm here to tell the story for the children. It's disgusting, but this is the story. So when they just, put someone in jail, it means jack shit. Because this is what they wind up looking like. They get placed, pieces of them get placed somewhere. This is Summer Moon. So when I say that this is the face that they have, I have matched this face up to pretty major people, and they have the same looking face on them. Same thing, they make their heads look like that. So like if the FBI and they all want to put this shit together, they could put this shit together. and figure it out. It's not that complicated. Especially when I show over and over and over a raccoon face, a chipmunk face. It's all the same. And there are people that I've shown that have their faces painted like that. Just like that. Here's another version of Summer Moon in the car. Now, this is Ernie Shell's box. This is the box. This is the complete box that I show that I'm like, every time you see the box, you're going to see that silver bar across the top. The Idaho 4 have the same thing with that silver bar. See? This is the same box as Summer. Let me just turn it a little. Let's see. Here. Never changes. I mean, I have this shit down pat. I do. I know I do. Ernie Shell's box. Summer Moon Wells' box. It's the same fucking box. I'm really not sure what the problem is. Seriously. Think about it, you guys. Same box. Let me line them up better. Right, because the head is in the corner. So, oh yeah, it's perfect. So it will go like this. Copy. Yes, there's a Z. These are the same. That Z turns into the number 5. That's the number 5 box. Her head is on a platter. Her head is on the same platter that I showed you earlier. Let me grab it. It's a head on a platter. Have it up here. So this all matches. And her head is on that number 5, and that's what Summer looks like. I've got photos of her just like this. Ernie Shell showed it the very best. I mean, he shows it this way. It's like she's on a number 5 box. See? Like it's under her. Her head's on a platter. I don't even know how to say it. Let me see if I can get Ernie's other picture of what it looks like. Ernie. The heads are always on a platter. I mean, it's crazy, but it is. Ernie 34. Okay. See, these are Ernie's pictures. That's Summer. You see that thing in her neck? It shows up. Right? It's very interesting. Between Ernie and Molly Golightly, you know, just the information. See, here's Ernie's, the V. Remember that here's the V. That's the body in the box. That's the V. Right there. Wow, it's just when I start looking through all this, it just blows my mind that this shit is all identical. Like nothing changes. And Candace and Don and Ernie, they're all there. Look at this one. You could see the body on the side. Right there. They just all have the same information that I've gathered for over 2 years. Like here, this is marked 2022. These photos that I haven't even brought up. There's just, it's endless, and everything is very consistent, and it doesn't change. Like, it's not, I mean, this isn't normal to see her crying like this. Why isn't that shown anywhere? As I'm going through her, I'm just plopping some pictures up that are clear. Like these are clear. I am looking for, I'm not going to spend much time looking for it, but there are certain channels that are consistently giving justice to the children because the information showing does match what I have been showing, like really nicely. And that is the stuff that is bringing justice to these kids, and really nobody is talking about it. They just think that it's just okay to put Harmony Montgomery's father in jail, and that's that. That doesn't bring justice to anybody. Again, where's the body? Where's the story? Where is she? That's what brings justice. So this is what these fake cars look like. That it shows. See the window? It's like a box. And I have all this. Like I have all of my channels that I follow. I have all this. And all that's happening is it's matching closer and closer. All of this information is what I'm showing you. Look at his eye. Look at the V on the mouth. That V on the mouth is what I'm showing you guys. That's the V. That's the V. That's the same V. There's a V. See the right in there is the victim. And it doesn't stop. Here's one photo I'm looking for. But Ernie was one of those that no one really talked about his channel a lot. I just gathered as much information from the older videos because a lot of these videos and stuff kind of stopped. So this was interesting that is Summer. And this photo really bothered me because this shows Summer in that outfit, but she has long hair, and she didn't have long hair when she went missing. But she's in that outfit. And that's one thing I just kept bringing up. I'm like here, Molly Golightly and Don and everyone else kept showing her with long hair and the outfit that she went missing in. But that's not the summer moon that they showed us. This summer moon looks like the summer moon that I'm showing you in these people's video. Because that's a very young with hair on her head. And according to everyone else, even Jody Sue Brown, she was bald, and she even said people are going to think that she's a boy. But this is the outfit that they said she went missing in. And that's the photo, by the way, that the press conference, the very first press conference, they used that photo. So it just doesn't, like, the smaller pictures, here's the frame. I believe that is the frame, and whatever is beneath these things is where they put the victims, in here, beneath the plexiglass. Whatever is behind these plexiglass pieces, these boxes. I'm not going to find the picture I want. Whatever is behind those boxes. I don't know why she was bald. I can't answer that. Because they say she was, but maybe she wasn't. Because the lies, they're lies. Look at all these. They're lies. I mean, I don't think she was bald. I don't believe anything that they've said. So this is the box. Whoops. Where's my... Oh. Here we go. Oh, because I made it so big. This is a photo of what is right next to her tree. This was a photo of Summer's tree, right on the ground. If, in fact, this was really next to the tree, then we know the story of Summer Moon. Then you know where she went. Because this here is showing that it happened wherever this is. Like, if wherever this picture is taken, these are elements, and that is a box that goes down underground. That's what I see. I see that is a maroon box that goes down under. So wherever and whoever had put this picture in there in the video, I see the maroon box and it goes down under. They say that this is next to the tree, but that's impossible. It's impossible. Because if that was next to the tree, it would be in all the other videos. And you would know where Summer Moon went. You see what I'm saying? This here tells me that Summer went into whatever hole, like this is a hole. This. And that's the metal. Like this here, and I see a chipmunk. That's the greenery that they show next to the tree. This to me, I kept this for a long time. Like this was very important piece of information. You see the maroon box. It's like all here to me. Like I don't know how this got in the video so perfectly. This here to me is Summer's maroon box. Right here. Right there. Right next to the hole in the ground. So I believe that the Summer that we know went missing before June 15th. Because by the time we all knew about this, it was already done. And whatever they did is their sacrifices and their rituals, and it goes on, and it's not like it happens in an hour. Like there's the chipmunk face at the front. And that is her box. Those are the pointer things, whatever it is. And there's the A, chipmunk. There's the 5 in the grass. You guys see the chipmunk? It's always a little chipmunk right here. I don't know if you guys see that. Right here. And here's the A. Here's the 5. Here's the pointy things. Here's the maroon box. This here does tell the story, and what it's telling you is the Delphi case and Summer Moon Wells and all these children have the same sacrifice information. This is telling you it was a sacrifice. Like this was right there at the tree. I don't understand how it was completely ignored. And then, you know, especially then having Summer's. This was one picture from the TBI. The TBI put this out there as her photo. You understand? Here. This is from Channel 10. Let me show you. This is from Channel 10. But how is it that a news station could put this out there and not recognize that is the exact same shit that the Delphi case showed as sacrifice? And then you go zoom into her fingers, and her fingers aren't her fingers. Those are not her fingers. Those are not a child's fingers. And that's right there in the video. Right there in the video. Those are how they show. You could zoom into any copy of this photo. The number 5's under her finger, and those fingers, it's not her hand. The V is on her thumb, but it's being accepted this way. You see, this is accepted this way. These V's that go around the necks are accepted this way. What you see to the left is what's in these Beast and Bunch kind of families' houses. And it shows it, and there's no conversation about it. But this is the V that I'm talking about that goes around the necks. This V is the same V that I keep showing you guys here on Summer. These V's. And here she is with Candace. The car ride showed lots of hands as well, and when you zoom in, you see the fingers are all screwed up. Just like the video I'm going over today. And this is just one of those families I follow. It's the same kind of a thing. So when you see this, acknowledge it and look at it and zoom in and look at it. Don't allow it to just slip by. Because the more you acknowledge it and see it and say out loud that you see this, the more justice that the children feel. It's about them. This here is what was shown in the car ride. Now, what I want you to look at, I'm going to turn it, is the steering wheel, and what's on here if you were to just say it's a steering wheel, it doesn't add up. These are Grandis's hands. Let me turn it back the other way so I don't confuse you. There are multiple hands coming out onto this steering wheel. Look at the fingers right there. You see? And look across the steering wheel. What you're seeing across the steering wheel actually is the same thing that I have here. This is in slide 45 that this guy has on his arm with the steering wheel. It's the same thing. That fake thing over the arm. This fake thing over the arm is the same thing that you're seeing in there. And it's on the steering wheel. He's holding the steering wheel as well. And it's like the arm is covered with something. It's supposed to be his arm. But it's not. Just like Candace. Like this is in the car ride. Summer's car ride. The very first video that we all saw. And you just need to look. That's a fucking creepy hand coming up and out. And that's what they're showing. All those fingers on the left-hand side. This is very serious. I'm going to show you a variety of photos right now. A series of photos. And you're going to see that these elements are something you've been looking at. This here is no different than what I was telling you. This is Kiely Rodni. Kiely Rodni's photos is just this. This is Kiely Rodni. This. In her car. This is the video they showed of Kiely in the car. The series of photos here are the same. See the hair and the face and all of this that is showing? This is a very big part of their story. It's a very big part. There's so much blood and there's so much in these videos that I can't even cover it all. And a lot of it I just can't say because it's so disturbing. It's really fucking disturbing. But this video and this portion of the video is a very, very, very big part of their sacrifice. The photos really, really tell the story. I'm going to zoom in so you could see it as far as like elements go. So when I say the V and stuff and the hearts are on them, doesn't change. There's the V. It's very hard to see. It's on the body. Very, very bloody. Very bloody. The back of the head. This was a very big part of the video. And I hope that it's coming across the way that I feel it. It's almost, I don't understand how it's not recognized. I am having a hard time understanding how the authorities don't see this. You know, like I said, the first year, maybe, but when the information is consistent over and over and it doesn't change, like, the smaller you make the photos, by the way, the better you could see them. So, like, if I didn't blow this stuff up, this is how I like to send it to the authorities when it's like this. Because then you could take a screenshot and go into each picture. Because this is torture. This isn't just someone taking a fucking shower. At all. It's torture. Whatever is going on here is horrible. Right? It's terrible. I mean, it's stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about it. So the smaller I make this, the better you're going to see it. Look at each corner. Look at each box and understand that these are sacrifices. This information is what needs to be talked about. This is the information that needs to be talked about. Let me make it a little brighter without ruining it. I need it a little brighter. See, look at the top row. Let's see if I do them 4 at a time. Let's see. All right, I'll bring these in. I think you could see them. See? Pretty crazy, right? It's, this is the part that brings justice to the victims. When we talk about this and show this and recognize it, brings justice. Yes, this is very bloody. There's stuff around the neck. Really awful. And again, this is in the video from the families that I follow that fucking go to Hawaii and all that shit together. All these vacations with the kids. And I believe that there's something going on beneath these videos. You see it. You see it. It's right here. All right here. So if in fact the authorities really want to figure this out, they really just need to get the videos. These videos. Could see there's something around the neck. It's sticking out. And let me tell you, these are different victims. They're showing not just one. There's a multitude of victims here. This. And the girl in the video turns into this boy. And what happens it's what's beneath her face. So there are other people in the videos that are deep faked. And that's what the arm looks like. I'm not really quite sure what they're doing, but it's an element and it shows that something is being covered up. And these faces change and they're deep faked. So you really will never know who's beneath this stuff until the authorities do it, because there are different faces beneath the deep fake. Just like this. This is what it looks like. Let me brighten it up. Here, this is brighter. That is supposed to be the girl that we started out with, right? No, it isn't. It isn't. But this is an example of what I say, deep fake. This is what I mean. Her face, see her face is on the top? Looks like Candace, doesn't it? But her eyes are on the top and then there's somebody else in here. That's why it's nothing new. Nothing different, not difficult. It's deep fake. It's all it is. It's deep fake. The reflections, the other thing is you always want to look in the reflections to look for elements. The refrigerators are major bits of information. So this one I had to show you because this one makes me laugh. Makes me laugh because it's so stupid. It's stupid. This is the refrigerator, but this one I don't understand why it's so obvious. There's no way that this is in the refrigerator that is like normal. But these are the boxes that I'm talking about. These are what the boxes look like, right? The silver little boxes. this is weird. So you always want to look for these kind of things. They all match whatever is down under. These rooms are down under. They're underground and they're hidden behind these plexiglass windows, and they're beneath in tunnels, or they're down beneath under houses. But this is what they look like. You need to go under. So to the left it's a silver box, right? So that's what I'm talking about when I say silver box. It just reminds me of this is what the silver boxes look like. And they've like, I don't know, it's just very strange. You have like these freaking frog things and, you know, I just don't understand why this is on their refrigerator. But they're elements, and their refrigerator is showing this information. And it's the crock of shit is what it is. Like, really? It's just some things that are put in these videos are so obvious and so wrong. So this I'm showing you here, to the left is from The Fisherman and to the right is Robert Vaughn's. This information I'm showing all the time goes back to Robert Vaughn. Everything goes back to Robert Vaughn. Everything, the box, everything that I show you guys matches back to what Robert Vaughn developed years ago. Literally developed. So if I turn it this way, you will have Ernie Shell's box that I keep showing you. But this was years ago. This is what it says a Robert Vaughn made. See the metal box, and there's your one little metal piece that goes, it's like the box. So it's got like that silver piece across. And there's a number 5 in the box. They're all the same. Nothing. The cookie cutter information hasn't changed. So to the right is from, I think it's Ernie's video. To the left is, I believe, that Summer. That is from one of the carnivals. And this shows the boxes so clearly to me, and I pointed out, I believe that is Summer. That is a Summer Moon Wells. And it clearly shows that she's sitting in the same situation. There's like, those are the boxes. What you see her in is exactly what they do. I mean, this was Michael Vaughn's. It's the same thing. I'm going to show it's on the next slide. But Michael Vaughn's is the same thing. This is from a news station. Michael Vaughn is sitting right next to this thing. Yeah, there's a lot going on in Hawaii. So that's Michael Vaughn's to the right. And to the left is from Robert Vaughn's videos that built this shit. This is all the same, you guys. It's all the same. It's all the same. And I put this out here because I believe full-heartedly that they're using this shit, whatever they're doing, to rejuvenate the earth, like the plants and the greenery, and whatever they're doing, it has to do with the green grass and the leaves, because Summer Moon keeps saying, I'm in the leaves, I'm in the leaves, I'm in the leaves. Why the hell would Don Wells keep showing this? Just like that. I showed this the other day. Just like this. So we're going full circle. I'm showing you this, and I'm going to show you the heart on this little boy. This is the Beeson bunch, which it doesn't matter. This photo here shows what I have been showing you tonight so far. Here is, let me brighten it up. I contrasted, it looks a little weird. Okay, I'll just do the best I can. This is what this little boy's face looks like. There's the heart, and he's got like that mask kind of a thing over his face. That is no different than what these victims are looking like. What is the difference between that and this victim with the heart on his face? It's not in the shower, but it's the same thing. You see, these are all victims. These are all victims. Let me crop it a little more. And then that white heart is how I showed you in the beginning. That white heart that you see on this little victim in the leaves is the same white heart that I showed you on a summer moon that's in the back seat of the car. See? It's all full circle, you guys. All of it. This little girl that I call Summer Moon, that I showed you right in the beginning, the backseat of the car, has this same thing on her head as the little boy in the grass and as the victim in the water, allegedly. So these elements stay very consistent. And right in the beginning of Summer Moon, they showed you the plants, the greens, and wherever that hole is by Grandis's RV, something was placed, and then I believe Tim Mullen moved it. But this here was the corner of the RV. And it showed something underground. You see it. There's the maroon box to the right. I begged for them to go dig. Paw Patrol was keeping an eye out. She said it. He was making sure that everything, the coast is clear, making sure everything stayed safe. And that's your little chipmunk. See the little chipmunk? It's a little chipmunk. Actually, that little chipmunk, I'm telling you, that's where they put fucking Summer Moon, a part of her. Because now that I see that chipmunk, that's the same goddamn chipmunk that I just said. That Paw Patrol is a chipmunk. And so is this. It's the same fucking thing. You guys, I think this is the same. That's Paw Patrol. This always happens. Anyone that watches my videos, there's always aha moments like that. These are Paw Patrols. I think that this, I remember I said, I don't think this is not by the tree. It's somewhere else. It's here. It goes back to this. That's the hole. I think this is the same thing. That's the hole. It goes right back to this. That is this. I'm 100% positive. Chase on the case. Yeah, they're watching it, but these have the same critters. Look at them. They're in there. Those are the critters that Grandis has by her RV. Let me point them out. They're the same critters. That's where the shit went, by the RV. Here, smiling, and here. These are the critters. These are actually Summer Moon's critters. Here's the doggy coming out. And this is this. The black thing and that hole is this. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Look. They could follow this, you guys. I feel very confident in the information that I receive spiritually. And I know. So that maroon box is probably that maroon box. And that's the box that was taken. See, it lines up. It's, you know how frustrating it is? So this is goes right back to Grandis's RV. Wherever this is, wherever this hole is the answer to true justice. Wherever this hole is the answer to true justice. It matches. And you all know I've been showing you this for a long time. But what just happened tonight is we just get more affirmations. That's all. You get an affirmation saying, yeah. And this is Benny in the greens. See? With the fingers, with the no tips on the fingers. That's Benny. My God. My God, who does this look like? This is driving me crazy. I know this person. Driving me crazy. This is Benny with his fingers in the greens. It's just, again, I show this equipment, and this equipment is exactly what was shown day one. It's the maroon box. You see, again, you see the little silver bar across it in the red. And cracking cases shows the same thing in the bus. So the bus shows the same information that it's always shown, was the equipment that was shown day one on the Wells property. Let me bring this up. So those who weren't here, this is what they showed on the front of the Wells property. This. I mean, really? Those are the maroon boxes that have the metal stripe, and then they showed it again in cracking cases as if these things were on the bus. Same thing. So be aware of this stuff. No joke. And I think what's under that blue tarp is the equipment. I think that those are the maroon things with the little things sticking out. I don't know why this is in here, but I kept this. And this is what machine looks like. And I don't have anything more to say about that other than I'm keeping it. And that this, to me, is what these heads look like in these machines. Period. To me, that's what the phone looks like. Those are the heads, and this is Ernie's phone. This is what Ernie's phone looks like, and it's just all the same. You know, I just showed you the equipment. So what's in Ernie's phone is the same thing I'm showing you that's on the Wells property, right? So here's Ernie's phone. There's the equipment inside, those white things. See? And then they're always telephones. These are always look like telephones in the front because that is plexiglass. So whoever's telling these stories, the story doesn't change. It just doesn't change. I pulled this out because these are always, somewhere these wood boxes are going to come into play. I don't want to go over that tonight. But this is what the mesh looks like with the hearts. I believe this is the closest that you're going to see. That's the heart wrapped in the white. And this is what this shit looks like. And these are the V's, and this is the equipment. So what you see all the way to the right is the same equipment that you're looking at in Ernie's Fit videos. This to me is all the same. In Summer Moon, they show Summer Moon sitting in these boxes. To me, they show the video. Now, whichever summer this is, again, there's different age summers, right? So this one that they show is a very young Summer. And she has a lot of blonde hair. But this is a box doing the same thing as these two photos. The same thing. But then again, you've got other summers that show the exact same equipment, but they're different ages. And their heads are on boxes. The heads are on platters. There's no other way of telling you. The picture that you see in the middle is no different than the picture of her head on the platter that we have as her poster photo. The V is on the side. You guys, when I'm telling you that whatever they're doing, the story is being told in these videos. And for some reason, they don't want to be looked at. Nobody wants to talk about this. This is what I would like Harmony Montgomery's father to talk about. This. Talk about this. This is the story. Why is it that we could have a picture of Summer and then a baby Summer in the same thing? It's not a coincidence. You're not going to all of a sudden find your friend's photo. Oh, what a cute little baby with its head in a contraction. This is the same thing. Why is no one saying anything? This is the story that I would love Harmony Montgomery's father to talk about. This. All of this. Look at the eyeball. This is the story. This is the part of the sacrifice that absolutely nobody will touch it with a 10-foot pole. We even have Chris Watts, Lori Vallow. This here is the exactly the same photos that I'm showing you here. This is the same thing. Wait, let me grab it. Let me brighten it up. So what these Beeston Bunch are showing in their video here is the same thing as this, you see. And it's the same thing that I showed you on Kylie Rodney, and it's the same thing that I showed you on that bloody guy that looks like he's taking a shower, but he's not. This is the same thing that's on his head. I personally think they're peeling away skin, but I think that's what they're doing. And when you go beneath the deep fake, this video here, her videos, I don't even know if this girl is still on. But when you go to the part that's really looks quite painful, and she has the same stuff on her eyes as I show you with the Beeston Bunch and all those, is this. It's under there. It's like peeling away of the skin or something. So what she's showing here is the exact thing I'm showing you, the Beeston Bunch. This is the same thing. That is the same thing. They're doing the same thing to the eye. And many, many, many videos, I point this stuff out a lot. And whatever they are doing. Yeah, there's like a chip. See the two dots? See those two dots? There's either 2 dots or 3 dots. And I just know that those dots are, I follow them. I follow those dots. They're real. And yeah. And again, what you're seeing here is no different than how I showed you Summer Moon was in her car. She has that little thing at the front of her neck. It's the same thing. Head on a platter. These photos, I feel very confident saying that they're the same situation. Even though they look like they're different situations, they're not. So if you were to crop in, let me show you. This piece here, we showed you tonight on Summer Moon. Let me show you. This here, I've shown this piece a few times in the presentation today. This piece. That's behind him. Whatever is going on to the left is what they are showing to the right of summer moon. These are two separate children. One is a deep fake. Whatever is going on at this Beast and Bunch video that's under there is no different than any of the Summer Moon Wells sacrifices. So this, wait, let me bring this back up. This picture, which I really want to show you guys how Summer's wrapped in the mesh. This is what I mean, the mesh with the hearts. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Let me go back. See, Summer has the mesh on her with the hearts. And see what she has on her back. A lot going on here. Here are what you're seeing here is actually also what I showed you in the guy who's getting his hair all wet. And this is Summer Moon on her swing, and this is just what Summer Moon went through in her sacrifices. This here, let me brighten this up. Okay. Brighten it and contrast a little bit. So what's going on in here allows me to show you sacrifice. So it even shows the doorway. But there's your V. There's your equipment. It's a fucking head on a platter. So I don't know how else to explain this shit, but what you're seeing here is no different than what you see in Summer's swing. Watch. That is the same thing. This is the same thing as the swing. This is this. It's about the head. This is all about the head. You see? All about the head. And let me get this. This is the same thing as Summer on her swing. Yeah, there's the curtains. Here you could see that white piece of equipment in the neck. See the neck? So I'm going to bring in the guy in the water. So this is a good example. It's the same situation. Let me brighten it up. So when I talk about elements, so here's the V on this little boy's neck, and this is the same thing that's going on here. There's the V, and that's just a head, right? That, let me bring the photo up. That is exactly what I'm showing you in this photo. Brighten it. So stuff doesn't change. These sacrifices are the same no matter what video it's in, who it's being done to. This here is what I'm showing you here. Whatever is going on here is the same thing. Thank you for those ones. They're sacrifices. It's horrific. It's all the same stuff. Summer moon, whatever is in the middle here, that's what she's going through. There's no different. These are the same. That is summer leaning. This, I don't even want to tell you. But this is really bad stuff. And let me tell you something, you guys. This came from the swing video. You just have to keep stopping it and playing it. And this is the swing video. And no one's questioning there. Candace Blythe, Candace Wells. That's a child who's like getting their head chopped off. They're in a holder. It's a baby. Why is this ignored? This shit I've been showing for 2 years. This. That is a child with blonde hair. That is not sitting in a swing swinging. With Candace Wells' name right across the bottom. Oh, thank you guys all for these very sweet words. All the same. So this child to the right really shows me the same information as Summer is going through. And I know I showed this the other day, but sometimes you just get different audience, right? It's super important, but this shows me nothing more than this here. Whatever Summer's going through on this swing resembles. Now again, it's not their son. These are just images that help me tell the story of the swing. So spiritually speaking, they're both going through the same situation. Same situation. See? What about this is okay? Nothing. Same. And that is an older person. That is not Summer, a 4-year-old. That is not Summer, a 4-year-old. No way. So just different pictures. See, what it's showing here basically is telling you that this sacrifice information is no different than what I've been showing you all night. The face here, which basically has no face, is the same thing I showed you as a little baby in the beginning with no face. It's like had no face. And this is what the guy looks like in the water. It's the same thing. That is no different than this. Summer Moon has gone through the same stuff. Exactly the same stuff. Yeah, this is sad. That's the car. It's the back seat of the fake car. And the back seat of the fake car just always shows information that I call the equipment or the hole in the ground, access. Like it's just, I'm not really quite sure. This to me would be the easiest thing to have figured out by the law enforcement. Like, why the fuck is this always shown in the cars? A hole. Like, that's not a car seat. You have to be an idiot if you think that's a car seat. That is the same thing that's wrapped around that little boy. It's like the same thing. And this little boy is supposed to be in the car seat, but it's basically the same information. That shit is the same thing that says on him. Not that complicated. That's Summer with Candace, and that is Kylie. This is stuff that keeps me up at night. This is Summer's vigil, and once in a while I just keep showing these pictures because there are certain pictures that show super clear. And whatever they're doing to these faces, whatever they're doing to the faces, and whoever was at this vigil, or wherever they were with cracking cases, they showed it. This is with cracking cases, you guys. I mean, both of these And I believe this to be a Summer and a Michael Vaughn showing the same thing. And this is Cracking Cases. It's right there. It's not even covered up. It's the white mesh, the white fake here. And this is at the vigil that he held. And I don't know how this is acceptable. I don't. I don't. Right there. Again, I'm reviewing Michael Vaughn's information and Summers are the same. I showed this the other day. And these are the fake cards that I talk about. Fake holes. I kept this all in here. It's just so consistent and just matches. Here's the little girl from that video. Again, she reminds me of a summer moon. I sent this in to the authorities. I'm like, this is a summer moon. There's just way too much information that matches. And it's very consistent with what I've been showing. I sent all this in. It just, to me, is a summer moon. And especially this picture that looks just, I feel the feeling of summer in these photos. I feel it. You know, obviously these people will be like, oh, this is my video. That's good for you. I feel the sense of summer in here, and that's nothing other than what I see and feel. And then when you look closer, you have the white mesh with the hearts that is on Summer. Let me change the contrast. This is on Summer on the swing that I just showed you. So this, to me, these are summer moon wells, and I can't. Right there by the mouth. Let me make this smaller. Those are the hearts with the mesh. And I'm not quite sure she's sitting on what she's sitting on, but this here is consistent with what's on the children right there. That's what I just showed you was on this, right? It's this, the string. The string is important as well. But those hearts with the white it's like critical. You know, like it's everywhere. Like this is everywhere. That is the same thing as what these guys are holding. It's the same thing. This is what I'm always showing. Where is it on her shoulder? Here. So to me, this is summer moon. And there's nothing that could tell me differently. Because this child has the same thing as the summer that we know of on her. See? It's on her. These are a match. They match. And it's something that I have been showing for months. This is summer. Let me put this back up here. And those there are the same as this. So this is why I told the authorities that we have a summer moon. And I kid, like you can't make someone go do something. Like I can't make them go do their job at all. All I know is this is what I see. And this is what's brought to me to bring justice to the children. And I don't know what's going on here, but this is a match. And then you have the little pieces of string, which is part of the equipment. It's connected to them. That's connected, and that to me is a little summer moon. It's a little summer moon. Their fingers, see the fingers are all messed up. Everything about these little kids in this video, there's a reason I sent it into the authorities. I mean, it's super obvious. These little critters that they hold are the same as Summer had. Same shape, same color. It's a child that's gone through sacrifice. Gone through sacrifice. This to me is Summer. I mean, I can't help it. And this child is in the back seat of that car that I showed you. And I see the heart in the hair. Right there's the heart. And it needs critical attention. From how I see it, it needs critical attention. Because you cannot mistaken this for anything other than what it is. It's just that is all the same. And then this little girl, this is not a car. This to me was a really important photo. This shows the backseat of the car, shows the equipment. She's climbing out of the window. She has a number 5. It's like climbing out of the hole in the ground. The most important thing is to recognize that the backseat of the car is not a car. So this little girl's supposed to be in a car. It's not a car. So there's certain things, and then she has the number 5 on her, and coming out of a hole in the ground. You see this important information, and then she's marked. She's marked. Let me flip this so you could see the 5 correctly. I'm flipping it. Now the 5 is right. See the 5 on her leg? So look at the back seat. The back seat is oh, this turned weird. Ryan finds truth. I have tons of his information. In his car, he has the same equipment. But I'm not going to get into that right now because this is super important. So no one could tell me that that's the back seat of a car. It isn't. It just isn't. Again, I'm showing the hands, the heart on his arm. There's certain information here that her finger, just have to crop in. I'm getting tired, you guys. See, there's another way that the finger looks, that it's the metal around the hand. That to the right is one of the hands from the back seat of these people's cars. She's got the 5 on her hand, just like Summer had, and just like I'm showing you in Ernie's video. This is a joke that they're showing this. This is hilarious because this is the equipment. Like, I really wish that this would be looked at. Whatever this is, we've seen it before, and it's connected. This is like a skinless something. It's the head, and this person, this is the bar. But this is something. This is something, and it's in their video. I showed this earlier. This is equipment back here. Her hair's wrapped in this shit. Man, very strong about that. So that little piece that I'm talking about here in her hand is the same thing that's in Robert Vaughn's videos. Same information. Again, same equipment, the bar across the top, the box in the middle. This is important. This is very important because this to me is one of the most important photos in the whole entire Summer Moonwell's missing children. This goes back to the water. This right here, let me go back, let me go to the next one. This right here confirms it has something to do with the water. Water filtration. And it's showing it, and it always shows the bottles. This shows the jug. Let me show you something, you guys. It's very interesting. But it's like a piece of equipment. But this here, let me blow this up. Is a victim. But this is what the equipment looks like. This is a very interesting photo. Look. How fucking amazing is that photo? This is water filtration. This is, I think this is really important picture. And the piping is going through his head. What's a stringer? Like the piping is going through the head. And it's some sort of water filtration. Or we know that the pipe goes through the head because they show this. They've showed this, you guys. Like, let me brighten this up. This here is critical. What's a stinger? See the piping through the head, through the ear, through the head? This is what they do. This, I totally feel that this is right, collecting or something. This has to do with something that they're taking out of the body. No doubt. Because this is a machine. Look. And I've seen this machine before. Here, I'm going to take it in pieces. So if I change the contrast, see? It's something with extracting this shit from the body. I swear to God, you guys, like, and it gets put in these jugs. These are jugs. And this is what they probably feed to the earth. Sounds so fucking stupid. Like, it's so funny, like, when I say it out loud, it's like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it will probably sound so stupid. But this is, I think that this is a very important photo. And you've seen these pieces before, broken down into different things. But I think that this is critical. I do. I think it's super important. This little girl. This little girl has just taken the world by storm. So this little baby that's laying in the bed. Let me brighten this up. I'm not going to show any more of the baby because I'm actually going to be going to sleep soon. But this is what the baby's hand looks like. And I don't want to show any more of the baby. It's just, I think I've shown a lot, but this baby, I believe, is down in a box. I see a lot of summer moon in these videos, and I'm hoping that the authorities do something about it. This picture, and they have this picture, and I see both of these as just, let me pull this down. Very crucial, critical pieces of information that you really can't turn your head around or away from. This. That is what is shown within the video. The head is white, the body is white, and this to me is called the Summer Moonwells Missing Children Sacrifice. And I do believe that Harmony Montgomery went through a story like this. And at the end of the day, I think that this here sums it up. Whatever this is, sums it up. It's some sort of filtration system. That's what I see. And I think it's critical. Probably goes back to, was it the Eastman group? On that note, you guys, I am calling it quits. This was a lot to cover, and just took a picture of that. And I'm hoping that those that are new listening understand, or at least getting a gist of what I'm talking about. A lot of my videos in the past will help you understand elements and give you a good, feeling for what we're doing here. I have lots of videos. I'm going to take a picture of this. Pretty weird, right, guys? All right. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, Eastman Chemical Plant. Thumbs up on your way out. And please subscribe if you have not. Those are just 2 things you could do. Or become a member. Look at this picture. All right, Muffin Top, thank you for keeping everyone perfect. And all my other Ruffle. You can tell I'm done. Rumpalong here. Thank you, guys. I will be back soon. Have a wonderful night or a wonderful day wherever you are. And get alerted. I will be back online within the next 48 hours. All right, you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.